What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Matt, Pig and Matt here. So I'm going to do another IRL deck profile of a deck I've been playing the past few tournaments I've been to. I did a remote duel and then another local. And in this profile, I'm just going to spend the first part of it just quickly breezing through the deck before I go into card explanation. So if all you care about is the deck profile, well, here it is. So the deck I played was Lyrilusc Tri-brigade. Started out, I played 3 turquoise, 2 cobalt, 1 sapphire. For the Tri-brigades, triple Nerval, 2 Karis, 3 Fractal. 2 Kinkaboyos, 1 Blackwing Zephyros the Elite, 2 Alpha Master of the Beast, the Mist Valley Thunderbird with the Apex Avion, 1 DD Crow, 2 Ghost Bells, and 3 Ash Blossoms. Now for the spells. 3 Fire Formation Tanky, 2 copies of Jack in the Hand, 1-for-1 Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, and Harpy's Feather Duster. Now onto the traps. Played 2 Tri-brigade Revolt and 3 Infinite Impermanence. Now for the extra deck. 1 Linkuriboh, 1 of the Ancient Warrior guy, 1 Union Carrier, Harpy Conductor, 2 Tri-brigade Ferrogique, 1 Firefight and Durandal, 1 Tri-brigade Silver Sheller, 1 Simorgh, 1 Apollousa the Bow Goddess, 2 copies of Tri-brigade Omen, 1 Lyrilusc Assembled Nightingale, 1 Rectal Starling, and Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. Now on to explaining some things. Alright, so first off, why this build? Well, the Tri-brigades here are going to have a new card coming out in Blazing Vortex. That's super good. And with that, I kind of wanted to start really playing them kind of as, you know, a deck in their own right. But just in general, they kind of need something more so to work with rather than being a pure deck on their own. And going through a bunch of OCG lists, I inevitably came across the fact that they combine with these little Lyrilusc cards that I've liked since the first time I saw them. I just never thought they were practical because they all specialed from your hand basically. So, being that, you know, this deck, or these guys work super well with this, and it enabled the Simorgh lock pretty easily, I just figured, you know what, why not? And also, once the level 2 little cat fire thing comes out, then this is an easy one that still uses a lot of the same engine. You don't have to change a lot, but you'll have even more means of doing stuff. So that's kind of why I picked this right now. So on to explaining some of the cards. Alright, to start this out, let's just quickly explain what these cards are. Every single one of these Tri-brigades has the effect that you can banish a certain number of Beast, Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast type monsters in order to special summon from your extra deck a Beast, Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast type Link monster in accordance to the amount of monsters you banished. Every single one of these guys has that effect. Fractal here has the effect that you can send him from your hand or field to the graveyard to Foolish Burial, a level 3 or lower Beast, Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast type monster. Karas here, you discard a Beast, Beast Warrior, Wing Beast type monster from your hand to special summon him to the field. And Nerval here, when he's sent to the graveyard, he searches a Tri-brigade monster. It's level 1, 2, and 4 respectively. This is a Beast Warrior, so you can tanky for it. This is a Beast. And this is a level 1 Winged Beast. So because this guy is a level 1 Winged Beast, he happens to work very, very well with these Lyrilusc cards. Which, real quick, this guy, or I guess this girl, when you control no monsters, she special summons herself. She then proceeds to special summon a Lyrilusc from your hand or graveyard. This one, well, you control a Winged Beast, special summons itself, plus another level 1 Winged Beast type monster. And this one, when she is special summoned, searches you a level 1 Winged Beast type monster. When these two are used for the Link summon, or not Link, the Exceed summon of a Link type monster, they proceed to give it effect. This one will take a Lyrilusc from your graveyard and attach it as a material, and this one makes your card untargetable. These cards are super good. Also, Nerval here happens to be a level 1, so he's searchable via Cobalt Sparrow or the Recital Starling, which because of that, you of course play the 1 DD Crow, because, you know, it's real good. Also, that's why you play this guy, King Kaboyo, who also happens to be a Beast type monster and a Dark. The Dark works with Zephyrus the Elite here, who's just kind of an extender that does a bunch of really cool plays for the deck, and can help enable him to be able to make Union Carrier with Boyo or any of the Winged Beast guys, or because he's a Beast, can also Union Carrier with the Karas. Super good. And also, both of the Lyrilusc Exceed monsters are generic. So Boyo plus them can make this, or, you know, your free copy of Double A Zeus. Also, Boyo does not negate the effect of the monster he summons. So if you special summon this, guess what? You get a free search. If you special summon this, guess what? You can banish monsters from your graveyard to cheat out a Link monster to do some really cool stuff. The synergy is insane, because Fractal can also dump her, who can then help make a drawn copy of this absolutely nutty. So yeah, the synergy amongst these cards was super insane, and you can get away with playing a really small engine to enable you the ability to use more hand traps and whatnot, which I really like. So that's why I did that. The other reason I play all those cards is this card right here, Jack in the Hand. This has the effect that you reveal 3 level 1 monsters with different names from your deck, and your opponent puts one in their hand, and then you put one in your hand, and the third one will get shuffled into the deck. That's really, really good, because most of these guys are incredibly weak. And if you happen to give them the Boyo, well, guess what? Bo will go back to your hand just based off of some weird mechanical rule. It's super good. Although, I'd like to make note that while this is actually not on the list of banned cards in remote duels, when I tried this for a remote duel, I actually played this card right here, Where Art Thou, which is when you control a level 1 monster, you can add a level 1 monster from your deck to your hand, but you'll take 2,000 damage during the end phase. That wasn't very fun. I didn't much care to take the burn damage, but I also didn't care to have to deal with the nightmare of my opponent trying to remember what card I put in their hand. So, if you're doing remote duels, you could technically use the Jack in the Hand, but if you want to avoid the headache, you can play this card. Although I will admit, I often would usually slide one or both copies out because this card's kind of a mixed bag and I'm not 100% sure to feel on it. But I really wanted to point that out for anybody playing this deck. Right now, when it comes to your extra deck, I guarantee in some form of a tournament, every single one of these 14 cards will get used at some point. Yes, I even use this guy. I know. That's weird. So you kind of have one flex spot. I decided to try to test the Heartbeat Conductor today. Literally no situation came up to where I needed it. Sometimes in her slot, I've tried to play Nightmare Unicorn, but again, situation never came up to summon it. Although I will also like to make note that in the OCG, they will usually use an IP Masquerena to then do some crazy shenanigans. But that's kind of up in the air. But if you are going to play this deck, I would say all of these cards right here, including 2 of the Tri-brigade link that special summons out of your hand, and 2 of the non-target banish guy, being absolute necessities like when you are playing this deck. And also, this guy right here is super good because I just kept one game repeatedly using his effect to keep my opponent, at bay from being able to extend. So, just something to make note of. There you go, people. My Lyrilusc Tri-brigade deck profile. There's going to be some changes made once the new level 2 lady comes out. And when that does, I'll be sure to show you guys some new and creative builds of this. Also, if this video can get, I don't know, let's just say 3 likes, 3 comments, something along those lines, I'll do a video where I show you guys some combos in replays. Otherwise, this is Meh, Pig and Meh, signing out.